From the Small Electoral Commission, I'll just talk about issues that we're going to be talking about today. As we are focusing on delimitation, as we know this is a very key and important electoral process. So we'll talk about the voters' roll inspection. We're also going to be talking about the accreditation of observers. We're also going to be talking about the training of the people that are going to be doing most of the work on this delimitation. We're going to talk about the voters roll cleaning. That's another issue that we're going to be talking to you about. We're also going to be sharing with you just an insight in terms of the roadmap on the delimitation exercise. And lastly, we'll talk about the money, the budget, on how these issues are being handled. Allow me to thank you all for coming in today. The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission would like to praise the nation in terms of the delimitation exercise. As you are all aware that the Commission, in the beginning of the year, has been doing a stakeholder engagement and raising awareness pertaining to the delimitation exercise, which is going to be done this year, when the last one was done in 2008, according to Section 161 of the Constitution, which says the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission is mandated by law to do these electoral boundaries, which are constituencies, wards, and to ensure that as we get into the 2023 elections, these are part of the definitions of what defines the constituencies and boundaries in this election. So because of that, I will start with the inspection of the voters roll. You've noted the Commission has made an advert on Monday in media as well as on social media pertaining the voter inspection centers which the Commission notified the public. These notices come after another notice in terms of closure of the voters roll, which came on the 30th of May, notifying the public that the voters roll that is going to be used for delimitation purposes was closing on the 30th of May. What it then means, it means that the people that are able to inspect their names are the people that were on the voters roll by the 30th of May. Anyone else who then registered after the 30th of May, they will not appear on this voter roll that is available for inspection. Any transfers that were done after 30th of May, they will not be effective because they are not valid according to the notice that the Commission has made. So this voters roll inspection is open to those people that had registered to vote or that had effected their transfers as at 30th of May 2022. The Commission will establish 11,107 voter inspection centers. These are traditionally the polling stations or polling areas where people normally go to cast their vote. So the Commission has established these 11,107. They've been published in the media. They're also available on our website as well as social media to ensure that the public is aware of their physical locations. These inspection centers will be manned by 2 officers who are going to be assisting the public, who are going to physically come to these inspection centers to check their names, to check their voter registration details, their polling stations, etc., etc. I would also want to raise it too that we've got composite centers. What do you mean composite centers? It means that in some areas you find that a polling station has got more numbers of people, maybe more than 6,000 people. So the Commission will definitely set up what we call sub-polling stations at that polling station. In such instances, you might find that there might be 4 inspection officers in that area, or might create 4 inspection centers depending with the numbers that are there, because each polling station takes 1,000 people. So in some areas where the numbers are less, the Commission has considered to actually merge them to ensure that we have fewer number of people that are going to be assisting people in these areas. Another key issue that I'll raise with you is that the voter population for the voters roll that is available for inspection is 5,804,497. This is a provision of voters roll that has been put out to the public for inspection, so that the Commission can then publish the final voters roll that is going to be used for delimitation. So what it means is that some of these numbers may change according to what we're going to gather from the inspection. I will also tell you that this inspection is going to be happening from the 17th to the 26th of July, and these inspection centers are going to be opening from 7 a.m. in the morning and closing at 5 p.m. in the evening. We also want to encourage the public, because we're living in the COVID-19 pandemic, to utilize the digital platforms for voter inspection, which are available on Econet and Net1, *265#, as well as going online on the bigverinspection.zec.org.zw for those that have got access to the internet. This will assist in decongesting our inspection centers. We would also want to tell you that the Commission has completed the printing of the voters' roll and is currently distributing it in different centers for the centers to be open as of the 17th of July. And the members of the public are empowered by law to ensure that they get in there. Wherever you think that maybe there's a need for a correction on my spelling of my name or anything, there are forms that are going to be given to you so that you can lodge them within that office, and the Commission will take note of that aspect. The second issue we're talking about is the accreditation of observers for this. As you are aware that as a Commission, we always do our work in a transparent manner to ensure that everyone is able to supervise or maybe to just observe what we do as a Commission. We've actually put out a notice for the media and other different stakeholders for accreditation to observe the inspection of the voters' roll. Not only that, we've been extended to political parties. We're going to be publishing a notice calling upon political parties to be part of the people that are going to be observing this voter inspection process. I hear a lot of people who might know that there's been a lot of questions raised around the voters' roll. I think it's an opportunity which the Commission is adhering to the principles of good governance and transparency to ensure that people are able to inspect their names at these respective polling stations. I'll also update the media and the public that the Commission has been conducting trainings. I think some of you have been visiting our social media pages. You have seen that the Commission has been very busy. The acting CEO is working remotely from a site in Bulawayo in terms of what has been happening in trainings at national level, provincial level, district level, capacitating the voter inspectors, capacitating the voter educators that are going to be on the ground to ensure that this process moves so smooth. We are going to be deploying 4 voter educators in each ward in urban areas. In each ward in urban areas, there are going to be 4 voter educators who are going to be moving physically in different areas over and above radio programs that the Commission has already been doing and adverts pertaining this program. And we are going to be deploying 6 voter educators in rural wards. Remember, this voter education deployment is ward-based, so we're going to be having 4 in urban areas, 6 in rural constituencies. We all agree in terms of the demography and the distance that are associated for those in urban and those in rural communities. That is what the Commission has looked at. The other issue that I want to appraise is in terms of the voters' roll cleaning. Some of you have seen a lot of notices coming out from the Government Gazette on adverts in terms of alterations in the voters' roll, in terms of notices of the removal of deceased. The Commission has been doing that because we continue to clean the voters' roll as it is a fluid document that continues to change. So I want to tell you that the voters' roll alterations that we've gazetted so far and that have been effected as from the as of the 23rd of June 2022 is a total of 186,220 errors that have been gazetted. And majority of the errors include maybe a full stop where there's no full stop, there's an omission maybe in terms of the name of the chief in that area, maybe there's a spell error that is so obvious. These are some of the issues that the Commission has been really making alterations in the voters' roll in compliance with Section 35 of the Electoral Act, which compels the Commission to inform the public and to ensure that there's transparency in this process. And also in the notice that you've seen, you can actually agree that the people that had names on these notices, the Commission made it clear that they're able to go and lodge an objection or to the correction that the Commission is doing at any of our Zimbabwe Electoral Commission offices within a period of 7 days. And I think this has been moving on very well. From the 22nd of November 2021 up to date, the Commission has also gazetted a total of 96,284 deceased voters that have been removed from the voters' roll. 96,284 that has been removed from the voters' roll. The public must also expect more because these lists continue to come in every day. Remember, the voters' roll is not linked to our spirits, so in terms of knowing exactly who is passed away when there's not, it might not be really in real time. So notices will continue to come. And we want to advise the public that they're able to get the Government Gazette from these sites. In Harare, you're able to get it at Cecil House, that's 195 Jason Moyo. In Bulawayo, you can get it at Chaka Center, shop number 3 along 5th Street. in Gweru, MIFP in Kawazi Center, which is office number 34 along 7th Street. And then in Mashingo, you can get it at state number 7150B in Brabant Street. Then Mutare, number 2, Robert Mugabe Street, or approach those that brings the government gazette. Then I'll just appraise the House in terms of the roadmap on delimitation. So far, we've already started the accreditation of for inspection. It's already an ongoing process which the Commission is doing. The printing of the voters' roll has been completed and we're looking at the distribution to different sites. Accreditation for delimitation, we've actually advertised today. We look at also the delimitation field rate. As you all are aware that the actual delimitation, these are some of what we call pre-delimitation activities. The actual delimitation will commence soon after the tabling of the census report before Parliament. And when that comes in, that's when now our technocrats and our other technicians are able to then sit down and formulate the correct things. And also after the finalization of the voters' roll for delimitation purposes. Then we also include issues around the report writing, where the Commission is going to be coming up with a report, and this report is going to be submitted as a preliminary report to the State President, and then the State President will present it to Parliament if there are deliberations and issues raised and concerns. As you are also aware that maybe the delimitation might be also affecting people that are in Parliament. They might raise issues which they want the Commission to look at. They are at liberty to refer them back to the Commission. Then the Commission will look into them and do due consideration to that and then submit the final report. However, the final say on this delimitation report lies with the Commission. And then comes in the gazetting of the delimited boundaries by the State President. Lastly, I'll talk about the budget. The budget that has been set aside for delimitation is a total of US 83 million, which has been budgeted for the delimitation exercise, with 45 million being for voter inspection. As you're aware that 11,107 centers costs associated with that is not something that is easy. And then we also have 38 million for the delimitation exercise. The budget will cater for the printing of the voters' roll, hiring of vehicles, stakeholder engagement that have been happening, that will continue to happen, material acquisition, voter education material, advertising, publicity, the personal welfare, etc. This is what the budget will cater for, and we want to appreciate and thank Treasury for its commitment and support to the electoral processes in this country. Allow me now to say thank you so much for coming in.
Daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 15th of July 2022. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and follow. Yes, that was Zec press conference which happened today, and Zec spokesperson Jasper Mangwana regarding to this important step that most of us need to know and understand Zec, because ndo vachange vachimhanya my elections are next year, mona 2023, and so the man talked about 83 million US dollar and for Zec delimitation voters roll inspection exercise, though the main topic of this whole press conference. So we expect all those wana team pachedu nevamwe vese vaitsutsumwa nenyaya yeZec voters roll kuti vachiuya manje vachinyatsoona voters roll yacho ragadzwa neZec kuti ndere chuma chokwadi here kana kuti ndikuita sei, because paTwitter taingoona ma-screenshots achingoshewa achingotenderedzwa aitwa sei achiita sei. Saka we didn't know maybe it was true or false or they were made up. So this is the high time that those guys needs to come forward. Everybody needs to come forward. Uno inspector voters roll, uno distara ko riripo here, seneme yacho yako iripo here, ndema sure here, address yakanyora ndipo here. I mean, this is the high time that we need to inspect this voters roll, because Zec will be doing a delimitation, which means kuti kana kune dzimwe nzvimbo vanhu vasina kuregister kuvhota vakawanda stereki, maconstituency anenge achibatanidzwa andika zvichinzizoni iyi yacheredzi north, iyi yacheredzi south, because vanhu vazhinji havana kuregister kuvhota, because according to what Zec is saying, they are saying that voter population stands at 5.8 million. tamutora panapa before takati almost like 3 million people who are eligible voters who hasn't registered to vote yet. Saka mutonemeka kuti tine nzvimbo dzakawanda dzichange dzichiedherwa kune dzimwe nzvimbo. And so he also talked about inspection exercise for those who registered under BVR up to 30 May 2022. And he also talked about inspection will run from 17 to 26 July 2022. Doma days you may go to those wards. You can also do it online, and is on Zec's website. And so we're gonna keep you guys in the loop regarding to any new info. But I still feel that this was a very, very important press conference to all the political parties who are taking part in my elections that go next year, 2023. And I still think that they need to be involved because one of the chairman next year, August, this, that, 9 out of 10. Don't go to inspector voters roy kuti monoti zviri correct here and masenyo aripo here kuna vakaregister kuvota. That time you need to go and check your name kuno register kuririmo here, and otherwise pakaipa. And so this is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We're gonna be talking a lot about it tonight at 7 o'clock at that time, and on daily news special episode number 89 here on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. Bless up.